right, so we're in Mount Hope Cemetery. We got some cool war,
Korean War Memorial.
A Korean War Memorial and stuff up here. So we are gonna head up to Cage's grave. All right, so the funeral scene for Cage in Pet Cemetery. Right along here is where the cars were parked. And they got into the car.
How's your cat, Lois?
Jelly's cat.
No. It's your cat now.
All right, we are heading up to where Victor Pascal was standing. All right, so we'll see where Dr. Creed was. Up over here. Well, actually, the other staircase. All right, we are on the other staircase. Heading up. All right, so right over there is where Victor would have been. Warning him about the sour ground. And eventually, Dr. Creed will come back and unbury little Cage and put him at the McMack burial grounds that they buried Church at, and Church came back to life. Here's where Victor Pascal was standing. All right, so Victor Pascal's over here. Creed's grave, probably right along with this step here. So you got this in the background. Yeah, I also had a couple other things. I think I don't know, it showed the tombstone up here, but it also showed Stephen King down on the flatter ground, so I will try to find those locations. All right, so with the better lenses, they really can pull these graves in here. But right about here is where Stephen King was given the funeral ceremony here. So you can see this guy in the background, this guy in the background. You can see these two headstones, these three small ones, all the a little lower to the ground ones, the big Dyer tombstone over here. You can see this guy in there. So right about here is where Stephen King was given the funeral, which is not really close to the other, well, it's close to the other location. The other cage is up here on the hill. All right.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine.
That'll do it for the Mount Hope Cemetery. We got the Victor Pascal. We got the Stephen King part. And then we also got where they were parked. Was along this hill. The Stephen King was there and here. So it's all along the main road here. So if you come in, it's just right here in the front. I'm surprised they did it this close to the road, making a movie, a lot of car traffic and stuff, but you know. Anyway, all right, we are gonna head towards Arcadia, and we'll see if we stop at any more Pet Cemetery locations. So let's go, let's hit the road. I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, we are at Ellsworth, Maine. The museum and the streets. So this is a Pet Cemetery filming location. So the city hall up here. We'll get that shot on the stairs. And we are coming up to the scene. Something about that. People all coming up the stairs.
Gently! Do you need
Dude, stop!
I can't believe it. There's so much blood.
What the hell's going on?
Clear the door!
All right, we are gonna go over to the church across the street.
Hold on! Hey, Dr. Creed! Bring him up here!
What's happened here?
He got hit by...
Terrible at walking. All right, so inside. Bah. All right, we are going down the pet cemetery stairs. And then the church, pretty close to here, was where the Cage funeral was. So we'll go check that out real quick. And the pet cemetery grave, the first, where the actual pet cemetery, not the McMack Indian burial ground, is behind a building over here. I don't know if I'm gonna go do it, but we'll see how fast I can do this. All right, so this will be the church where the funeral scene took place for Cage.
All the grief you can stand and more, I said. And now look at this. I hope you rot in hell! Where were you when he was playing in the road? You stinking shit! You have no right!
What's wrong with you? It's your son's funeral. Get hold of yourself, please.
All right, so where the pet cemetery is, where they initially, Jud brought him to, where the town people buried their animals, it was back behind here. So you got this big old water tower. Got a little trail here off to the left. Got a bunch of deadfall over here. So let's go. Bunch of rocks.
Place we're going is on the other side of that.
And don't look down. Right.
Lewis, you all right?
All right, so I believe all the deadfall was here between these two sets of rocks. Right now you got that big old blue thing in the background there. All right, we're gonna record a little bit around the area. I don't have any still shots right now, so I just kind of make sure there's like a shopping cart back there. But, so this is the spot. Got a whole bunch of deadfall over here. So, as you know, these scenes jump around all over. So after they come here, it takes them over the deadfall, and then it jumps to like Arcadia, to a quarry, before they get to the McMack burial grounds. All right, let's head out. I didn't think I was gonna get this one, so I don't wanna waste too much time and get out to Arcadia. Then maybe we'll do the route trail out there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do the quarry, but I still want to do the McMack burial ground for you guys. What else? I want to do the Creed house and the neighbor's house for Jud, where they built a facade on top of the existing house, which I believe the people that live in the house that was Jud's own the Creed house. I watched a YouTube video where the guy got to go inside and he filmed in the basement by the garages and stuff, and he got a couple scenes in there, so that was really cool. He kind of had access to everything. It'd be cool to do it, but I might just grab the couple pictures of where the tree was, the house, and what's behind it, and get moving on. All right, we are coming up to the Creed house here, the yellow house here on the hill. It pretty much looks identical to how it did in the movie. So you got Jud's house here. The barn, the garage still looks the same, but they built a whole facade on top of this house. And I believe the owners live here that own this house. And I think they live over here during the winter or something like that. So about where the flagpole is where the tree swing was. Jud's house pretty much looks identical. There's the busy road here. So over there, probably by the bush, is where that tree was. I believe they said that they planted that tree, but it didn't make it, and it fell down. But everything else here, pretty much all identical. So don't want to walk onto their property, but we'll take a little walk down here where the path was to the cemetery.
Not in that road.
Gage!
Jud Crandall. Oh. Yeah? That's a good story. A good walk. I'll take you up there sometime. Tell you the story, too.
But they do have a little swing here over on that other tree. But the one from the movie was over here. They got like a little stream over here going out to a bigger lake. It's a very nice piece of property. Got a bunch of those ferns. So the tree right about there. There's the house. It's very quiet out here. You can see the pretty blue water with a bunch of kayaks down there.
Go, Daddy!
Higher! Higher! We want it higher!
Hey, Gage!
Louis, let Gage do it!
Here you go, buddy.
Nice, glassy water. No wind. Beautiful. Love having that in your backyard. It's even better than a pet cemetery. And so you would get I don't know, I think the pathway's somewhere over here. So you get like a shot coming up back towards the house like this. And the basement scenes were filmed there. Inside the basement, stairs still look the same. Everything pretty much looks the same except for the stuff that wasn't filmed on location. But there it is. So they moved from Chicago out to Maine. And we are from Illinois. Not really Chicago. I really should have got a haircut before this trip. It looked like a mess. There it is. The Creed house. And Jud's house. So, like I said, they built a facade over it. So, very cool, guys. So, that's where little, oh, we got some deers. Got 2 little deers running. Big old white tails on them. Oh, there's a couple more back this way, behind Jud's house. But, so that's where they would be playing. Little Cage would be chasing after his kite. He would come out on the road where the semi trucks would be flying down this road, listening to the Ramones. Sheena is a punk rocker. Alright. One little frontal view of it. And we'll be heading back to Arcadia. Alright, we made it. Alright, so that's the pet cemetery locations over there. That's the pile of rocks where the face comes out. Very pretty. Alright, we are up above it now. There it is. A little bit of the blue coming out. Probably need to run this all backwards. I wonder which way they were figuring that he climbed. Because I think it like starts showing him like come along this edge, coming down. So this was all after they climbed over the deadwood. And also they got the Roots Trail. We were at Arcadia. We were gonna do that location, but it was very crowded. And we got there around lunchtime. See some old machinery down there, some big old cables. So yeah, there's the pile where the face comes out. beautiful view. All right, so we will walk this way. And we're gonna pretty much climb up the way they went.
Almost there, Louis.
Hoo-ah. Jingle, jingle keys. I don't know if he was standing on top of this rock or that rock once he got to the top. All right, we have made it up. All right, so we are walking down the road towards the McMack burial ground, which is all the way up at the top of this hill. We're heading for that rock underneath that tree. So that would be the tree that Jud walks in, they walk out from behind it. It is a beautiful day all of a sudden. All right, it's a beautiful day here on top of where the McMack burial grounds from Pet Sematary was. So he said this is the rock that he walks out from behind. The Dr. Creed, he walks out. What is this place? It's their burial ground. Whose burial ground? The McMack Indians. So, trying to block them in. So, this place is really cool. I mean, you could probably drive all the way up here. But I'm not sure. I mean, another guy did the filming locations. He said he parked outside. He said last time he parked inside, they closed the gate. And I saw some guys. All right, we are on top of mountain. Did we say mountain? From Pet Sematary, where the McMack burial ground was, all around me. So right there's the rock that Dr. Creed walks out from behind. So, where are we? Their burial ground. Whose burial ground? The McMack Indians. So here is the sour ground. Sour ground. All right, so I mean, if you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, you could probably drive up here really easy. The one local guy who did the filming locations, I can't remember his page, but he does a lot of the Pet Sematary stuff. He recommended parking outside and walking in because the one time he drove in, they shut the gate. And there were some guys over there harvesting in the front, so I wasn't sure who all was going to be in here. But probably could have just drove all the way in. It's a little rough in the beginning, but the rest is pretty smooth. Little big boulders, but I don't know what the etiquette is to visiting this place. No private property signs or anything like that. So, anyways, it's a good little hike up to the McMack burial ground. So get a closer look of where he turns around. About right there. It is very cool over here though. Waiting for my acting cue. Where are we? Who's? Nick, the McMack burial grounds?
What is this place?
This was their burial ground.
Whose burial ground?
McMack Indians. I brought you here to bury Ellen's cat. Each buries his own.
She's not doing good acting. We're not doing very good on our reenactment here. But, all right, Pet Cemetery, Stephen King. So we are probably going to be heading back towards Portland. That's where our last hotel is. We're probably going to drive through Camden. If we get out of here fast enough, maybe we'll go and see a couple little Casper filming location with Christina Ricci. Mostly the establishing shots are in the town. There's a couple other shots overlooking the town and stuff, so maybe I'd get that shot if I have time, if it doesn't get too dark. So we'll give it a shot, and we'll try to get out of here as fast as we can so we can do a little bit of Casper, man, because I like the movie. I love the Casper. Had enjoyed Christina Ricci in it, so. And then I got my idle hands here, so where is he on here? No. Is he on the other sleeve? Where's my Devin? He's probably on the back of this thing, but yeah, Devin does the voice of Casper. So, all right. So we'll get going after we catch our breath. But hey, thanks for watching, guys. I don't know when I'm going to end this video, but it's probably going to be around here. Action.
Where are we?
Their burial ground. The McMack Indians.
For what's the burial ground?
This is the burial ground. Yeah. The ground is sour though, so they stopped doing it. The Wendigos were taking control of people and making them evil spirits. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
We're going to be turned into a paper.
Random piles of rocks. And I believe what they said was that they whitewashed the rocks to make them really white, to make them stand out.
White way.
If it's white, no. It's not that funny of a joke for people that don't know us. Is the ground sour?
He is.
Did you get possessed by a Wendigo?
He'd be a cute Wendigo.
You like a little cage? It was pretty rough. Could probably blow out a tire. Hit it hard enough. Yeah, being out of shape here. Having to carry this sleepy boy. Man. Need to hike some more. We didn't hike at Arcadia. We got there around noon. It was very chaotic there. So we bought a shirt, got a stamp, and moved on. And then we decided that we were gonna finish up the last couple Pet Sematary locations. So here we are, finishing. So good times here in Maine. So we're gonna head down to Camden and then Portland. We'll do the Thomas Dambo Trolls tomorrow. And then we're hitting the road. We're gonna skip a lot of the other stuff in Vermont that we were gonna do. We were gonna stop at the Beetlejuice locations, but that's getting scrapped. We were supposed to do the Rhode Island Thomas Dambo Trolls. We had to scrap that. I didn't do my Boondock Saints filming locations, or my Departed filming locations, or Goodwill. Most of the stuff in Boston didn't happen. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish that long list. Maybe stay in Boston a little bit more. It cost us like $45 at the parking garage we parked at, which really made us not want to head back in there. And our GPS went out, so I couldn't figure out where all my locations were. But maybe next time. Might have had to do, I don't know if other people had internet problems, but yeah, we went SOS for a pretty long time. So we just kind of winged it in Boston. Got some lobster rolls, got some drinks. Well, not lobster rolls, crab cakes, but and some lobster and potato biscuit.
This one I might have to frame. I'm gonna have to edit it.
Nice.
Yeah, but this is really nice. This is a good one.
There you go. Where is it?
Got it?
Nope, can't see it.
Oh, is it too bright?
Yeah, no, I got glare all over.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Mai. Alright, so here is the gate that could be closed. That's what the entrance looks like.
Now I'm gonna play with you.